All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Chair League match between Red Star Missile and Party Bush at Your Mom's House. A lot of very creative names here in Chair League. Let's see here. So the draft, I believe, is getting underway here in just a second. Yeah. So Party Bush at Your Mom's House is all ready. Red Star Missile just waiting on them to ready up. So this is a Division 2 match. And it will be on Infernal Shrines. A map currently not in the rotation. A map I miss a lot as a Zool player. Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. I mean, as someone who, I don't know, main Zool these days, it's been a tough time given the current map rotation. No Tomb of the Spider Queen, no Blackheart's Bay. No Infernal Shrines, but today will be Infernal Shrines, so Red Star Missile does have the first pick. And first ban. So I'm kind of curious to see if the recent changes in the patch that just came out, I believe it was Wednesday, are altering the current meta at all, as far as the first pick, first ban. I mean, it's typically been Zarya Malfurion, but I think that's a little bit reduced these days. I don't think they're quite as highly prioritized. Yeah, we're actually not seeing that on this map at all. We're seeing the target bans be some of the more highly map-specific heroes on this map. Heroes who are very good on this map in particular. So, Red Star Missile, by banning out Zagara, they may have been trying to guarantee that they get either Sylvanas or Zool. So what Party Bush at Your Mom's House could have done, they could have not banned out Zool, they could have banned out someone else, like Zarya Malfurion, and then they could have taken, but it's actually going to be Kerrigan. Interesting. So Kerrigan, very good on this map. She does have a nice little combo she can do to basically kill the minions in one little combo, which then gives her a reset, and she may usually kind of keep doing that until she clears the shrine all by herself. But it is going to be Malfurion picked up for Party Bush at Your Mom's House. And it will be Sylvanas, so assuming Party Bush is able to actually secure the Punisher, it will be rather devastating. Sylvanas is tremendously good on this map just because she can disable the towers while the objective pushes. So you just get tons more value out of the objective if you're able to win it. Of course, Kerrigan will do everything she can to prevent that. So it is going to be Johanna picked up as the warrior for Red Star Missile. So far they kind of have their tank and their bruiser, or at least some kind of other melee front line. So front line all secured for Red Star Missile. I would imagine they could maybe pick another one. It is going to be Kael'thas. Also very good on this map, I think. You know, he does have very powerful AoE spells. He's also very good against heavy melee teams, but so far no melee on the side of Party Bush at Your Mom's House. But Red Star Missile currently lacking a support. Have Brightwing banned out against them. I'm not sure how I feel about the Brightwing ban. She's very good against dive. And currently Red Star Missile, they have plenty of dive. They have Kerrigan, they have Johanna, who can definitely go in and be a bit of a pain. I would have liked to see Party Bush. Well, I guess they wouldn't pick up Brightwing. They already have Malfurion. It's going to be ETC banned out by Red Star Missile. So, two more picks are for Party Bush. They need a tank and a bruiser. And hey, what do they just pick up? A tank and a bruiser. So, definitely going to fortify their front line. At 2 melee, I mean, it's probably... I don't think you would want to go much higher than that. against a Kael'thas. Otherwise, you're just going to be spreading living bombs absolutely everywhere. It's not going to be pleasant. So, Rhaegar making an appearance once again. And it will be Tychus rounding out the account for Red Star Missile. I really like the pickup of Tychus there. Party Bush, they do have Muradin for their tank. Muradin, who's basically his trait, well, not his trait, but the kind of the defining characteristic about him is just having very high health. And Tychus excels against that. You know, he does percentage of max HP damage on his minigun. Some of his other abilities, against Titan Grenade. So basically, the bigger the enemy he goes against, the more damage he does. And given that they have Muradin and Sonya on the side of Party Bush, that's going to be... he's going to do a lot of damage. I think Tychus is going to get a lot of value this game. So, a very good draft here from both teams. I think it's going to be interesting. I think Kerrigan might have a little bit of a tough time against Muradin and Sonya. But Muradin and Sonya, I think, may have a tough time against Tychus. So, we'll have to see how that all shakes out. You know, I actually know people from both teams. You know, I know Wolf from my very first cheerleague team on Red Star Missile. He's the captain of Red Star Missile. And I believe we played against Scather's team in our very first match in cheerleague, who is the captain of Party Bush at your mom's house. So I'm very much looking forward to this match here tonight. Just waiting on the last couple to ready up. Yeah, we should be good to go. You know, I was actually going to tweet out that I was going to be casting tonight, but had a Hero League match that went a little long, little not in my favor. It is rough. I think anytime your team is just like, oh, dang it, the other team's good, like, your lose rate going to be about 100%. Alright, well, both teams have readied up. And here we go. So it is going to be Wolf on Johanna, Kazmobile on Rhaegar, Typhel on Tychus, Wombat on Kerrigan, and Deathpone on Kael'thas. And for the side of Party Bush at your mom's house, it will be Shamhat on Malfurion, Twinkie Talon on Muradin, Scather on Li Ming, Chuchulian on Sonya, and Teeth on Sylvanas. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this draft a little bit. I think I'm going to give the draft to Party Bush. I think they have a tremendous amount of sustain with Malfurion, Muradin, and Sonya. And I think Malfurion and Li Ming pair up very well together. Whereas they're countering a lot of burst on the side of Red Star Missile with Kerrigan and Kael'thas. I think between the double front line and Malfurion, I think they're going to be able to sustain through that. And if they're able to win these fights at the shrines, Sylvanas is just absolutely going to wreck. So my computer chugs to load this game here. And you know what? Because I went to the PTR earlier... it reverted my observer settings. Oh, God. Oh, Blizzard. Blizzard. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with this pain-in-the-ass display here, but that's okay. So, it's looking like Red Star Missile choosing not to have a little party here in the middle. Which I think is smart, considering the team they're going against is named Party Bush at your mom's house. I imagine Party Bushing is something they're very good at. At least you would think so. Seen an awful lot of misleading team names over my history of casting cheerleague, but despite not having the numbers advantage, Red Star Missile manages to secure an early pick here. It's actually Muradin who goes off. A little bit surprising. His Dwarf Toss may have been interrupted. It's not something he can do while he's stunned. And between Kael'thas, Johanna, and Kerrigan, an awful lot of CC there. So Johanna getting awfully low. I think she may hearth back. No, she's going to tap and choose to stay. So far no one's looking bottom for, I guess, either lane. But Red Star Missile going to get down there. Going to use the tremendous wave clear of Johanna and Kael'thas to immediately clear that wave. It looks like they're going to... Looks like they have a 4-man rotation going here. I think they may be a little bit ahead in that. Good amount of wave clear on the side of Party Bush as well. Between Sylvanas, Malfurion, and Sonya. Definitely clear some waves fairly quickly. So meanwhile, it is Muradin and Tychus up in the top lane. Don't think that is a matchup Muradin wants to be any part of. As Tychus can absolutely chunk Nakuga an aggressive dash in. Overkill, unable to secure the kill on Muradin. So the first shrine is going to come up in the bottom lane. We see Party Bush all set up. Creating maybe a bit of a Party Bush situation, but Muradin not with his team, out a little far. And Muradin once again has fallen. That was surprising. I mean, Muradin, one of the heroes with better survivability in the game, but early on, getting picked off a couple times. That to me looks like he was kind of delaying everyone without the support of his team. Where's the first death? Don't know what happened. So, given this is a 5-on-4, the majority of the first shrine minions going to Red Star Missile. Now, we're actually seeing Party Bush not give this up. Muradin is back up. Is back into contest that. Big combo goes out on Sonya. But Sonya is going to get back in time. Not be finished off. Meanwhile, Scather on Li Ming just hanging out up here. Just kind of chucking orbs into Red Star Missile. So only 4 more minions need to be picked up for Red Star Missile, and they have picked it up. So the first punisher of the game is going to go to Red Star Missile. And no Sylvanas on their side, so not expecting them to get a fort or anything, but they will get the wall for sure. So Li Ming actually being the one to bait the Punisher over. Which is fine, no one around to really capitalize on that, and she had Malfurion right behind her to finish it off. Meanwhile, a big condemn goes off on Sylvanas. The follow-up is there from Kerrigan and Kael'thas. And Sylvanas falls. So far a solid level lead for Red Star Missile. Things definitely looking good for them so far. So they got this entire wall. They got about half of that bottom fort. It looks like they're thinking about, yeah, they're going to, I think they're going to get this uncontested. It looks like Muradin sniffing out that might be happening, but not much he can do about it. So they weren't up a talent here, but they were up enough and did have the numbers advantage with Sylvanas being dead and others showing elsewhere. So they decided that was something they could do safely. And they pull it off. So once again, it is Tychus and some form of warrior up in the top lane. This time it is Tychus and Sonya. Don't think minigun is going to see quite as much value from Sonya, but still highly effective. Meanwhile, this 4-man rotation is now having to deal with the camp pressure being put on them by Red Star Missile, who not only stole their camp, but they stole the neutral siege camp and their own siege camp as well, if I could speak. So it's looking like Red Star Missile thinking about maybe finishing off the bottom fort, but no, they're wisely choosing to back off. They don't have a minion wave there, or any way to disable the fort. They don't have Sylvanas on their team, so would not be able to pull that off. So Muradin taking some damage. Stormbolt from him does not connect. Meanwhile, the big Ravage comes out. Muradin able to get out of there without being rooted. I think he may have been cleansed by Malfurion, so you get that Dwarf Toss off. Bleh. But he still actually ends up falling. So I believe that is the 3rd death for Murd in this game. Having a rough time of it. So this shrine almost certainly going to go over to the side of Red Star Missile. And I think we are wisely seeing Party Bush choose to give this up. We see Sonya going ahead and soaking in the top lane. And Li Ming safely soaking in the bottom lane. Yeah, you know, this is one of the tricky things about having a Sylvanas. She's very good if you can actually win the Punisher, but doesn't necessarily have any magical special abilities to help you get it. I mean, sure, she has damage and abilities and everything, but not particularly strong on the shrines or in team fights. So this is going to be a 4-man push here. And I believe this Punisher probably going to get the fort. Level 10 has been reached by Red Star Missiles, so Party Bush really going to have to be careful. May have to think about giving this up. Maelstrom comes out from Kerrigan, but Murden able to Dwarf Toss out of there. But Red Star Missile going to secure this bottom fort. Meanwhile, Tychus up on the top, dueling Sonya. Looks like he's having a great deal of success, too. Don't believe he's managed to kill her, but did get this wall. And so far, a pretty commanding lead for Red Star Missile at this point. So, once again, they choose to recognize that they can invade the siege camp of Party Bush. They pick it up. And with this minion wave pushing in here, and the tremendous amount of wave clear that Johanna and Kael'thas have, plus it only being defended by one member, they're going to finish off this bottom fort. And I'm not sure they have vision of these guys here. It looks like they do. There were some minions there. So they can see they weren't being rotated on, so they can continue the aggression. You know, I think Li Ming going to get away. Actually, it was actually Tychus who ended up falling. Yeah, they were not... Party Bush choosing not to defend the fort, realizing they probably couldn't save it, so they do the next best thing and rotate up and kill Tychus. And now we're starting to see some value from Sylvanas. Sylvanas doing a great job of disabling the towers. They were thinking of backing off, but once they saw that this camp was taken, now they realize, oh, they're all down there. They're on the other side of the map. There's no way they can rotate in time to defend this. Looking like they're hesitating a little bit. Yeah, and they're going to choose to back off before finishing off that fort. I think thanks to the way that Star Missile rotated, they didn't show anywhere on the map, so for all Party Bush knew, they could have hearthed back and been well on their way. Alright, so next shrine is coming up. This one is in the top. Level 13 just reached for Red Star, so definitely have a sizable advantage here. Johanna going in, gets rooted. Does not care because she has Iron Skin. And they're going to effectively force Party Bush away from the shrine. Party Bush choosing to just back off, get some soaking, push out their lanes a little bit, which have been pushed in by all the camps. It's looking like Murray and Malfurion, though, choosing to hang around while this 4-man push is going. And I think this is great here. They're just leaving Kerrigan up on the shrine, which is something she excels at. Yeah, the combo being executed beautifully by Wombat. She can just basically sit there, not use any mana, clear the minions one by one, not lose any health, and do it quickly. So if you just park Kerrigan on the shrine, that leaves your 4 members to go off and do other 4-man things. So the Ravage, I don't believe is going to connect by Kerrigan, but she's going to get the Maelstrom, so she can keep going. Rhaegar, though, in trouble, can add Ancestral himself. I mean, he already used it anyway, but even so, Sonya is going to fall. So far, this is a 3-for-0 trade in favor of Red Star Missile. This is looking very good for him. This keep, very early in the game, is being threatened. Usually, you would expect to see an early keep for a Sylvanas team, but Red Star Missile, the high aggression on their part, and their ability to get early kills is just really, it's really giving them a lot of momentum. So everyone is now up, now that Sonya's up, on the side of Party Bush, so Red Star Missile wisely choosing to back out. Weren't going to get that keep. It's a little early in the game, the keeps are very healthy. Yeah, early on, your abilities and attacks just don't quite do enough damage. They have to scale up a little bit. So it's hard to take down a keep early in the game, especially when the respawn timers are as little as they are. So for the third time this game, the Party Bush Siege Camp is going over to the side of Red Star Missile. It's so far a very commanding lead for Red Star. Don't quite have level 16 yet. And I'm not so sure how I feel about this. A fight is being forced right before 16, and it's actually ended up working out. Kerrigan actually fought. I don't believe Ancestral was up. Yeah, not sure. Can't tell thanks to this bugged out display, but you know, that was exactly what Party Bush needed. They fought before 16. They were at a big stat disadvantage, but you know, they were able to get that ambush before 16 and picked up 3 kills. So they're just like that. They're gonna get this fort, and they're right back in this. So Li Ming going to secure the bottom siege camp. So I'm not sure that Red Star had vision of the incoming ambush. You know, I mean, this is something I do see in a lot of games. Actually, repay the favor. Party Bush takes the enemy siege camp that's been stolen from them so many times. But I'll see in a lot of Hero League games. Hell, I'll even make the call. You know, so you have an advantage. You try for an invasion of an enemy camp. Because it's like, hey, you know, if they try and fight us, we should win. We have the advantage. But because of the way you're positioned, they get a good jump on you. They get a good ambush on you. And that actually gives them the upper hand, even though they're at a slight stat or talent disadvantage. So even though Party Bush, they did come back to a large degree with that, they're still down a big talent tier. Still down 16 to 15, so I would really like to see them try and soak and get to 16 before fighting here, because they're so close. That Tranquility was very, very late, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it does have to be popped much earlier than that. Tranquility, not so great at saving people. It's kind of good at negating that early teamfight damage. It may have been down, which may have been why it was popped there and not sooner. But another kill is going over to Red Star Missile, and yet another Punisher in their favor. This time we'll be marching on the bottom keep, and it looks like, given that this is in the late game, you know, we're kind of past level 15, 16. Looks like we are going to have a 5-man push with it. Without any picks, I'm not so sure that the keep is going to go down. But that first cannon tower is just absolutely deleted. But yeah, it's looking like probably this Punisher is almost down. Probably not going to get too much more value out of it. It's like, okay, I thought maybe that cannon tower might survive, but the minion wave able to finish it off. So yet again, the siege camp, enemy siege camp picked up by a Red Star. It looks like they're going to choose to just go up and get the only camp that's available. Let's see, this one, another 10 seconds on that. Another 30 on that, so nothing else they could have done as far as camps go. And level 16 has been reached by Party Bush, so definitely going to have to be careful. Is Red Star. So now that these other camps are available, they're choosing to come pick these up. I do think they have to be careful. I'm not sure they have vision of these guys over here. Of course, now they do, because that minion saw them. Little footman. So Red Star doing their best job of painting the map blue. I think the only one that's will be available anytime soon is this Bruiser camp. Which would be very difficult to invade. But you know, they're really controlling the map, controlling all the camps, pushing all the waves in. It looks like they may just kind of hang out here, create a party bush situation.
Claim it in my name.
Which is what I would expect Party Bush to be doing, but no. Yeah, it's kind of like there's a cheerleague team like resting Butcherface, and I don't think they use Butcher at all. Given how strong Butcher is in the current meta, that may have changed, but looks like Red Star choosing to give this camp up. They don't have any significant advantage, so probably wouldn't be able to invade that safely. But on the same talent tier, and actually on the same level as well, now we're seeing the aggressive invasion. But Murden, just unable to stay alive. He goes down, just marches right into Tychus, the Tychus drill. And Sylvanas able to get away with her unstoppable talent. I know it's not Windrunner. Oh god, what is it called? Will the Forsaken, I want to say. Yeah, that's what it is. So able to juke that Kerrigan combo, but with nearly no HP. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Scather almost walked into a Flame Strike, which definitely would have killed her, so good reactions on the part of Scather. So everyone dead for another 20 seconds or so. And during that time, it will be a 5-on-2 with this Punisher marching down the lane. So I think this big Ravage from Kerrigan is going to finish off Li Ming. So I think this keep is definitely going down. This could be a core situation. Sylvanas able to get away, but unable to get away from the... I think that was the second Ravage? I don't know. But she's going to get away, which is good for her because that would have been game had she not gotten away, but not going to get away that time. Sonya in a lot of trouble, going to go down, and I believe that is going to be game. So really, it was just a... Yeah. Oh, jeez. So, I mean, really, here, let's see here. Is this, there we go. Really, I think Tychus and Kerrigan, that combo, just really got a lot of value. Tychus was able to really chunk down their tanks. You know, Murden does extremely well against. He was able to do the same with Sonya. So he was able to chunk them down. Kerrigan was able to off with her powerful combos. But really, we just saw Murden dying an awful lot. Especially in the beginning, which is a little bit surprising. I think in that early fight, Tychus wasn't even present. Yeah. I mean, look at this real quick. I mean, 52k damage from Tychus. Wow. Really did a lot. So, I mean, he really got a lot of value off of those, against those tanks. But, you know, they were able to get some advantages there, and really just snowball those advantages to victory. So congratulations to Red Star Missile. Yeah, well done. And yes, there was a graphics problem on the stream. So every time I guess you go to the PTR, it's resetting your settings as far as what you have the observer interface set to for whatever reason. So I mean, usually I have it set to the default because the Ollie version, the version of the interface this guy Ollie did. Yeah, it breaks every time there's an update, pretty much. Not that the default one doesn't, but so you know, I've tried to set that back to always using the default, and then every time I go play in the PTR, which I did last night because I wanted to check out some more Brawl, you know, then I come on here and it's set to that, and the only way you can change that is by being outside of the game. So unless I can reset the game or something, which I can't, there's just no way to get rid of that, unfortunately. So sorry about that. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting. That is going to do it for me for tonight. Congratulations once again to Red Star Missile. They will move up in the Division 2 standings. Congratulations to them. And that will do it for me for this week. Should be casting some more next week. Please do subscribe if you'd like to see some more. I should have that overlay issue all taken care of, so hopefully that won't be a problem anymore. And until then, are there, let's see here, are there any other Cheer League matches going? Let's see. Probably host one of them. Just so you guys can all enjoy it. Go enjoy another nice match. The big one was going on before this, and it looks like just one. Yeah, I'll host it anyway. But I know the big one that they had earlier was here. Let's see here. What's the name of this? Terraspaz. Okay. The big one earlier was the R2 and Boys to Chen match, where they had the whole prize pool thing that Super Jova was advertising on Twitter and Reddit and all that. So yeah, I think that concluded right before this. So not going to be able to host that one, but I'm going to send it over to Terraspaz, who is hosting West Coast Express and Lit Leaf Green, another Division 2 match. So thanks, guys.